I just thought this was a funny exchange. I am a Filipino, and is this inspired from the Philippines? It's inspired by otters. So I met Vent at MFF, and they drew me, and I thought I'd get them back by playing their game. So here's Otter Tail. It features otters, as you can tail. Ha 18 plus game. Or else. I don't know what the or else is. It's just it's fine. Darkness. Oh, does my controller not work? No, it doesn't like my controller. Okay, whatever. Mouse. I can't hear anything. Everything is muffled. My eyes open. It's water. I'm underwater. I can see light above me. I need to swim. I try moving my arms. They're stiff, but I can still use them. I try to swim back to the surface as hard as I can. There's figures above. I can't see them clearly, but I can hear them laughing. My lungs are starting to burn. I need to be fast. I paddle harder and harder, but the surface looks like it's getting farther away. My hands, they hurt. They're bleeding. But I have to keep swimming. I can't die here. I swim faster. Dark red streaks fill my sight. They're too much. It's too far. The laughing is getting louder. The water, it's not blue anymore. I can't tell where I'm going. I'm not moving anymore. I flail my arms. I kick my feet. Nothing's working. It hurts. I can't... There's a hand. It's coming at me. I motion to grab it, but nothing happens. I try again. Nothing. I look at my own hands. They're split into ribbons. No. Not... It's getting dark again. It's... Ah! What? I'm gasping for air. I'm not in water anymore? But I am soaking in sweat. Where am I? On the floor. I can feel it subtly rock back and forth. So he's on a boat. Seagulls calling out. Waves crashing. Right. I remember. I'm on a ship. I rubbed the back of my head. Fell off the bed again. Damn. That nightmare again. I stand up and search the covers for my phone. Bellies. Only bellies. Oh wait, the faces are probably on screen. Yeah, I can see the top of the phone. So the faces are on screen, but they're not in frame because of the bed sheet. 10 a.m. We'll be there in a few hours. Who are those? One of those is a hyena. I can't tell if the other one is a fox or if it's the main character. Might be a fox. They look orangey. Still no signal. No point in paying for Wi-Fi at this point. This would have been a lot faster on a plane, but a 3-day trip on a boat was somehow a steal. Not as fancy as a real cruise, but it's kinda cool living on a boat for a bit. At least the food was good. A lot of fish, though. Whose idea was this again? Mom? No. Dad got that call the other day. Come back to my roots, he said. Might clear my head after that crap in college. A change of scenery would be good for me. Right. Are you gonna get up at some point? And then Mom and Dad immediately started ordering tickets. Alright, enough hanging off the floor. I flip over and stand up. I give myself a good stretch. One eye spying on the porthole. But it's not facing anything interesting, just water and water. I'll get a better view once we land. I sniff myself. Ugh. Time for a shower. Can I get this shirt off me? Smells bad. Hope they have a washing machine for this. My hands slide around the back to snap the buttons off the tail hole. My boxers fall to the floor. Then I step into the bathroom. No, wait. They call it the head, right? Get it? I look back to make sure my tail isn't in the shower door again, and I close it. I twist to the left, then a little to the right. It doesn't take long to get my ideal temp. I just let the water fall onto me for a bit to calm me down before I grab the shampoo and clean myself up. I had a nightmare about water, and here I am bathing in it. What kind of otter would be scared of water? Yeah. I squeeze some of the complimentary soap onto me. The scent is nothing special. Maybe they got my brand on the island. As I lather the soap on me, my eyes gradually dive down to my gut. Pat, pat. I mean, it's not bad, but it can be better. Water is an otter's best friend. Dealing with a gut. Not exactly eating the best these days either. Andrew didn't mind it though. All clean. I shut the water off and grab a towel to dry myself. I probably should have gotten a look before the steam filled up the mirror. I bring up my paw to wipe the steam off the mirror. A terrible beast stands before me. No, wait. It's just me. Some loser otter who can't swim. Can't even keep it together for 1 year in college. Maybe I should have gone with Dad's advice. I flex my hands. Yep. Still hurts. So he actually can't swim? On the previous comment of like, what kind of otter would be afraid of water? I thought it just meant like, because of the nightmare. Like, who has nightmares about water? But I think they mean they're always afraid of water. I shake 2 pills for my meds I set up for the trip and cup water from the faucet. Alright. Let's get out of here. There we go. I was waiting for some kind of sprite to show up on the left because I'm like, this is a suspicious amount of space left on the left side of the screen from the text. Like either some kind of name or screen was gonna kind of pop up. I think the last game I played that had a sprite in the bottom left corner was like... Well, actually, it might have been Socially Awkward, but I was thinking of Claw Star Wrestling, a game that I avoided playing because it's too adult, but maybe I will some point in time anyway, just to do a preview for the sake of it. But that game is adult out the gate in a way that makes it feel more YouTube dangerous. But I really like it whenever there's a sprite of the main character emoting in the corner, because it gives you a chance to have them react more and be more involved. It's just neat, especially since like relatively often, for at least in the case of furry visual novels, I feel like it's becoming more and more common for the protagonist not to be a self-insert for the audience, but just an actual character with a backstory and personality and so on. So having them not show up on screen doesn't actually necessarily make that much sense because they're not actually a blank slate the way that, like, dating sim protagonists can be. Back in the cabin, naked and starting to chill. I browse my suitcase for my clothes for today. Kinda fresh boxers on. Shorts, t-shirt, gloves. Coat? Well, it was a bit chilly when I left Lakeland, but the temperature rose fast across the ocean. Into the suitcase it goes. Maybe I'll use it when it rains. My rocks, where'd I put those? Does he have comfort rocks? 'Cause Otter? I flap the blankets to check. Something solid bounces onto the floor. There it is. I think sea otters like hold on to a particular rock and keep it. Can't forget this. Around it goes my right around it goes my right wrist. I feel like that might, I don't know if that grammar checks out. Okay, that's everything. Now what? Attention, all. I'm sorry. I should commit. Attention, all passengers. We will be making landfall at Prism Bay shortly. Thank you for choosing Nutria Transport, and we hope to see you again. Wow, I'm an audio engineer. Guess it's time. I make one final sweep to make sure I have everything with me. Yeah, I think that's everything. I have to do some maneuvering to get my suitcases out the door and into the hallway. 2 suitcases and a backpack that may have been a bit much, but I'm staying here for 3 months. It's not just a vacation. I'm living there too. Yeah, you gotta keep enough clothes to cycle through, unless you want to do laundry real frequently. The suitcases bump and grind along as I walk outside. Finally. Salty sea air fills my nose. It's not the fragrant stuff you can get out of a can. It kind of stinks, really. But I'm actually sort of into this. Guess that's the otter blood in me. Ugh. The humidity starts to hit me. The heat alone wouldn't be so bad. But now I'm sweating as much as I woke up. I thought waking up early would get me out of here sooner, but immigration had a big fuss about what I had in my luggage. Language barrier didn't help either. It's just clothes, dude. And my sketchbook and video games. But now that's all done. Look at the tiny earbuds. One of my favorite goofy furry elements is the human-sized earbuds that are always in furry ears. I reached into my pocket for my earbuds, sitting into my favorite song. Walking down the pier, I'm noticing it's not all otters here. Weasels, badgers, ferrets, all walking and talking along massive ships. Never seen so many musky guys in one place. They're barely dressed, too. Guys of all sorts of builds and sizes. Well, they are sailors, hard at work doing sailor things. Carrying barrels and pushing carts of fish and various cargo. Guys chatting and laughing, having a great time. Sweaty, shiny, sensual. What a tease, he says out loud. It's hard to look away. Oh no, what am I gonna do? Hot men at work indeed. But I gotta get going. I speed up my pace a bit to get in line. There's a security gate at the end for tourists to get through. Doesn't take long for my turn to come. I managed to get through. Now to I look behind me and one of my suitcases got stuck between the bars. I tug it out. I try to push the gate back. It doesn't spin the other way. This isn't good. The line behind the gate is starting to bark at me. My ears are heating up. Damn it. It's getting awkward. I'm pulling as hard as I can, but my fingers just don't have... A pair of hands enter my view. They grab onto my suitcase and give it a hard pull. It's out in one go. Thank God. I'll roll my junk aside to make sure nothing's damaged. Seems to be okay. I grab a handkerchief out of one of the pockets to get some of this sweat off me. Hey, Pinson. Excuse me? I turn to look at my hero, who I probably should have thanked by now. He's an otter. Well, yeah. This is my cousin? Owen! Nandito kana. Whoa. He gives me a big hug. He's firm and strong. He has a heavy scent of sea and fish on him. I can't tell if he just left work or that's natural here. But I think this is my cousin. Ollie? I don't know. Bakit ang Tagalmo? I'm just gonna not stress over this pronunciation. I can barely pick up any of that. It's river tongue. Mom and Dad speak that all the time, but I just lost practice when I started college. Ollie releases his grip on me and looks at me with curious eyes. His eyes dart to my right, then back up with a smile. It's been a while, or something. That's what he said, right? Sorry, better to just be honest. I'm sorry. I can't understand what you just said. Ollie crosses his arms. He's thinking about something. Owen. It's me, Ollie. You remember me, right? His English is accented in river tongue, but I understand him clearly. Yeah, I do. It's just been a while. What am I saying? Glad you're here now, Owen. Whoa, teleport. He leads me out of the flocks of people waiting for new arrivals to a lookout point less crowded. Welcome to Ila and Otter. Or Otter Tail Island, as the mainland calls it. I can calm down a little now, so I take the chance to get a good look at him. An anchor shirt, his fur bleached out from the sun. A little shorter than me. Keeps his hair tied back with the scent of the ocean lingering on him. I'm a year and a half older than him, but he has a better bod than me. Anong tininga, no? How do I say this? Come on. That's not how you spell come on. Come on, it hasn't been that long. You're Maganda? He bursts into laughter. I say the wrong thing? I said the wrong thing. After a moment of laughter, Ollie calms down to speak again. No. Oh, Owen. Maganda means beautiful. You say guapo for handsome. Right. Sorry, I'll try to remember the language while I'm here. Hong Maga. I went too fast and I'm falling apart. English is common enough here. You think I'm handsome, though? My first words to my cousin and I already messed it up. I look away, trying to avert my blush. No, I just said the first thing that came to mind. What's... It's alright, Kuya. It's been a while since you spoke river tongue. Just been away from people who speak it. I've been living on campus for a while now. University, right? Yeah, art major. There was a lot of pushback from Dad on that. Good thing it wasn't his money that paid for it. Yeah, I remember. You drew so many pictures when you were here. I still have some of them. I cringe at the thought of seeing stuff I drew as a pup. I even have inganalas you made for me. He turns his head and points to his hairstyle, a red string with a blue bead. The sunstone's cracked and broke off, but your rock is still here. I made that, huh? I don't recall making it, but it has the same blue shade the stone on my bracelet has. Damn, my memory is shit. You good, Kuya? Yeah, sorry, was just thinking about something. I'm ready to go. Need help with those? Ollie points to my luggage. After they got stuck at that gate. Yeah, I could use some help. I try to give him the lighter of the suitcases, but Ollie just goes for the heavier one like it's nothing. I don't really know where to go, so I just follow his lead. Oh, hold on. My phone's finally got a signal, it seems. Probably Mom. There's Andrew! Andrew's a cute little hyena. That's the person that's on the wallpaper. WRU, like where are you? Or entering the code, it unlocks. I haven't forgotten that at least. Ooh. Oh, he's avoiding Andrew. Just shove money under my door? Wait, did you just shove money under my door? Your parents said you left. Otter? I'm worried. Please reply. Where are you? I was like, okay, we have otters, we have anchors, we have an X that you're ignoring, and we even make irk noises when startled. I was like, I was wondering because I do know this artist does a lot of Echo fan art. Andrew, I'm sorry for leaving you in the dark like this. I should at least say something. I'm not dead or anything. Yet. Hey. I'm on vacation now. Parents' idea. And you didn't tell me? Sorry, man, it was last minute and then I ignored you for a week. Oh, I guess it was because, no cell reception on the boat? But where? Some otter island. Same one I left when we were kids. Oh, I remember. I hope we can see each otter okay? Yeah. Gooya. Ollie's already walking a few feet ahead of me. Yeah? Yeah, I'm coming. I should send a picture to Andrew at some point. I owe him that much. Enough standing around. I pick up my pace to catch up with Ollie. So this is Prism Bay. What does that sound? This supposed to be otter noises or something? Yeah, this is big city for the island. It's basically designed for otters. Or at least they pretend to. We're passing by a bunch of waterways. Tourists are walking along the bridges and riding boats. Taking pictures of otters swimming in the canals and taking selfies with the other guys. Some are even looking at us. Don't mind them, Kuya. There won't be many tourists at home. It's not all otters. I spotted a boat with a badger selling fried balls of some food. Then a pine marten swimming below us dragged a net full of fruit. He looks up at us to wave. I wave back. I don't know how the tourists can handle all our musk, though. Just overwhelming layers of musk. Or maybe they're here exactly for that. Just tons of guys walking around half-dressed. Or maybe this is full dress? The views are certainly guapo, though. But it also makes me a bit self-conscious. I mean, I don't mind walking around shirtless, but compared to everyone else here, I'm utterly average. Okay, Chase. Maybe all this walking will help with it. So, where are we going? We're heading down Elef so that we can ride a jeepney. I'm just gonna power through on my first attempt on these ones. I'm so sorry. Ollie points to the far tail ahead of the island. I can spot goats in a small village there. That's where we live, Kuya. That's pretty far. You get used to it. You don't need to come all the way here often. Busy with work? You have everything you need in the barrio. Mostly. Remember when you used to live here? It took you a few moments to be sanai with River Tongue. I had to ride with you until you could figure out where to stop. I think I'll still need your help with that. I'll help you every way. He smiles. I just really missed you. We're gonna have a lot of fun together, just like the old times. Yeah, me too. Smooth tiled roads give way to asphalt. We're more inland now. We're still in the city, I think. But now there's proper streets and cars whizzing past us on the sidewalk. Used to be a lot worse than this. What was that? I said... He points to my ears, my earbuds. Right, I can't hear anything out of this traffic. He had his earbuds in this whole time? How do you listen to music while talking to somebody? I take out my earbuds so I can hear Ollie properly. I forgot the music was diegetic. We stand by a bench where a few otters are waiting as well. Gaudy vehicles fill the streets. They look like tiny buses. Not exactly a minivan or limo. Some of them stop, dropping otters off here, and then a few more get on. It's loud and crowded. You don't see those in Lakeland. Did that one have a swordfish on the hood? Honky, aren't they? They get you where you need to go. Ollie lets a few of them pass before waving at a red one with black and white streaks, an anchor decorating the side. It stops for us. Ollie steps in first. I follow him in. I try to ignore the stares around me as my luggage banging inside. The jeepney doesn't waste time hitting the gas once I'm in. Ollie pulls a few coins and passes along to the driver. The driver doesn't even turn around as he passes back the exact change. I take my seat beside Ollie. The road alternates between being smooth and bumpy. How long will it take to get there? About 30 minutes, maybe? Maybe an hour if traffic isn't heavy. I pull my phone out to check up all my feeds I missed while on the boat. You need a waterproof case for that? You're gonna do a lot of swimming while you're here. Oh, I don't swim anymore. Huh? Why not? I just can't. Ollie looks down at my hands. Otters normally can't wear gloves with the webbing on. Oh, right. Menangari Basa College? Yeah, something like that. Well, I'll get you a case anyway. Even if you don't swim anymore. Your phone might. I'll pay you back. Onkang Malalakuya. I didn't get that one. Don't worry about it. Ah, alright. So it sounds like the nightmare was literal. It wasn't a vague fear, but a literal thing that happened. And when we talked about his hands being ribbons now, he's talking about like something happened to all of his webbing somehow. He's like permanently lost the webbing in his hands, so he can't swim like an otter would. Although people can swim, but it's probably not a great experience. It could be traumatic. The ride is bumpy, but the views are great. I take the opportunity to take photos as we pass by the coast. Could be good reference. Hey. Huh? Let's take a pic together. On the jeepney? Why not? First picture together after like, what? 10 years? Really that long? He's treating me like an old friend. It's not right to be this aloof with him. He is family after all. I stretch my arm out so I can get Ollie in view. He adjusts himself closer to me and wraps his arm around my shoulder. I can feel his heart beating fast against me. He's really excited for this. We both smile, or at least I try as best as I can. I take a few more just in case. I think that's enough. I flip the phone around to see which ones are good. Oh, I really like this one, Kuya. Send me that one later. Sure. What's your number? Oh, yeah, it is kind of important. Ollie pulls out his phone and we trade numbers. I send him a selfie soon after. Thank you, Kuya. It does feel pretty good socializing again. Maybe this vacation really will help. We run out of things to talk about, to not annoy the other passengers. But they're pretty noisy too. I just noticed how they've got beach bags filled with condoms and lube. Oh. Along with towels and clothes. A few minutes pass and the Jeep comes to a stop. I don't think we're at our stop though. A lot of the passengers get off the Jeep really quickly. I take a look out the window to check where they're in a hurry for. Numerous muslids and tourists are entering and exiting the large building in the forest. Looks like an old castle with modern attachments. Steam steadily rises out of the high windows when loud squeaking can be heard inside. The Otter bathhouse? Yeah, that place. We have hot water in our barrio for a while now, but still pretty popular. For the tourists, I mean. Because the reviews? Because of the... you know... the gay sex. There was a controversial time in our history. Some otters hate it, others embrace it. And some just want a shower. The idea is hot, but I don't know if I could do it with a bunch of naked guys. Not to mention actually getting clean. You been in there? Few times. Wasn't my thing. What about you? Well, Andrew always joked about visiting it once with me. Andrew? His arm around me gets tense slightly. It's an odd reaction, but it feels kinda good. He was a friend in high school. We used to be really close. I see. He seems to be relieved. I don't know what me and Andrew are now. It's complicated, but we still keep in touch. Well, try anyway. I was gonna say, Andrew seems pretty concerned about you, and you keep him on your wallpaper. I think you have some shit to sort out, Chase. Some more otters get on the jeepney and then starts moving again. We don't really have much to say now. I'm starting to doze off myself. A few more minutes and the open sea turns to forest. Ito yung hinton, I mean. The jeepney slows to The jeepney slows to a stop. We're here, Kuya. Nagugutom bakaba? Huh? Oh. Huh? You hungry? Oh. All I had for breakfast was instant cereal bowl on the boat. Damn. What time is it? Did we really miss lunch? I checked my phone to make sure. 2:30 p.m. Yeah, I'm a little hungry. Good, so we're going to the canteen anyway. Papa wants to see you too. Ollie goes out first again. I pass him my luggage too, as I step off the jeepney as well. It quickly speeds away, leaving us alone on a dirt road. And here we are, Owen. Welcome home. A village along the coast, boats circling schools of fish in the distance, and the faint cries of otter squeaks just barely overwhelmed by the sea waves. Come on, Kuya, we're almost there. I grab my suitcase and follow Ollie once more. My paws are killing me with all this walking. I'm trying to remember why I came here as a pup. Dad said something about the school shutting down unless they had more students. So we moved here for a year so that wouldn't happen. To be honest, all I can remember is wanting to go back to Lakeland and Andrew. And we did move back after the year. But to Ollie, it was something he could never forget, it seems. There has to be some stuff I remember too. Maybe this will jog my memory. I hope. It's easier to walk downhill than up. Abandoned, overgrown, corrugated sheet shacks line the sidewalk. Despite the road itself, it's pretty clean. We walk under an arch as we enter the village. I mean, barrio. Otter tail. The jungle soon gives way back to civilization again. I would imagine the town would be made of scrap wood and metal. And it is. There's also a lot of buildings that look rather more modern. Old and new, built alongside a church. Do gay otters need religion? I guess back then it would be hard for them to get rid of their roots. Do gay otters need religion? Is everyone here gay? Is that what you're implying? How does that work? I think this is the town square now. There's a few non-muselids, but it's mostly otters here now. Otters pass as we walk, shirtless and squeaky. Kinda odd that Ollie is wearing a shirt himself, come to think of it. But I'm wearing a shirt too, so I can't really judge. I try reading some of the signs lining the streets. Most of them are in English, but some are written in river tongue too. John John Sari Sari. Looks like a small shop with a window for quick stuff. Small candies and snacks on display. Along with rolls of condoms and lube on sale too. This is an extremely horny town. Oh my god. They keep spotting the lube everywhere. They're really not shy about that stuff here, huh? I usually go inside for some chippy and salsa, but we're on our way to lunch now, yeah? Right. Next is a modern-looking store I've seen plenty. Box Bites. I pass the store all the time on campus. Oh yeah, they just had this place built a month ago. They got something called a slushie. Think it's a masarap, that's that blue flavor. I usually get the fried chicken. It's not the best, but it's good enough for dinner while I'm feeling lazy. They sometimes have interesting food in here there too. Mostly instant stuff. Hey, you can give me the tour, Kuya? It's not that cool. And the last is... Hoyos Pasa Lobong. It's just a souvenir shop. Right. Mostly traditional sweets and fish statues. I wouldn't bother. I might come here near the end of the season. Mom and Dad might want some stuff there. You exchange your money before you got here? Yep, swap my claws for sand dollars. Claws? Mom gave me a bit of extra to spend, even though I'm set for a good while. To be honest, I wouldn't want to spend too much of my college fund either. Maybe I should find a summer job here while I'm here. We start getting into town square, I think. It's lunchtime and you can smell fish frying in every house we pass. Ollie points to a restaurant ahead of us. Remember, Kuya? Rio's Cantina? I used to live there. You don't anymore? Nah, I moved out. Needed my own space. I don't like Papa bringing guys home and keeping me up at night. Everyone's gay in this entire town? Just everyone? Right. Almost forgot where I am. Ollie finally stops walking and enters through a pair of double doors. I hope this is the last stop. My legs are just about done at this point. I think I recognize some of those drawings from outside of the context of this game, actually. This music is aggro right now. Holy shit. It's going so quick. A bell announces our arrival. It's a medium-sized restaurant. The smell of fried fish and otters permeates throughout. Inside, there's a lot of otters dining. A wolf and a cat are sharing a meal as cheers occasionally erupt throughout the restaurant. Ollie leaves my luggage by a table facing a window and heads to the back. I give a soft sigh as I sit on the other table, on the other side. A ferret and a seagull are walking around tables taking orders. They kind of stand out as they're actually wearing shirts. Guess even a place like this still has food regulations. In the back, though, through the kitchen window, I hear the sound of a stove crackling and two bodies darting back and forth. One is an otter, the other's a shark. Suddenly, Ollie shouts out loud, "Papa, we're here!" Ollie slides through the commotion and enters the kitchen. Anna? Sinong din ala mo this time? Owen! Andito ang pinsan ko po? Nandito siya? I don't have a clue what they're saying, but it's loud. Ollie returns from the kitchen and takes the seat across from me. Another larger otter follows behind him. Ah, Owen. Kumusta ka na? He offers his hand to me. Ano? Is he waiting for me to do something? I forgot all the customs. Hindi sila marunong na magsalita in ultra lingua. I know what lingua means, I think. Ah. Well, that's a drawing. He presses his hand on my forehead. It's kind of awkward. Parang walang itiniro karang eskwela nandito. He clears his throat. Owen, it's good to see you. Remember me, Diego, your Tito? I honestly don't. He doesn't really look like Dad, come to think of it. I mean, they're not actually related. They're adopted. Since, you know, it's kind of hard to have kids when you're only into guys. I'm sorry, it's been a while. A lot of stuff happened. Your father told me about it. You'll be safe here. I'm a strong guy. Now, bibing yang kita ing tanglahin. He's making us dinner, Kuya. Haha, I'm cute. You remember the first time you arrived on Island Otter? Ollie didn't know how to speak English at all. But he tried his hardest. Ollie looks away from me for a moment, for once, blushing. Come on, Papa, it's embarrassing. When you first arrived here, he walked down the stairs to see you. He asked, "Can I be your boyfriend?" Ah! Ollie puts both his hands on his face now. His ears turning red. Isn't hiding that well. You tried to say some river tongue to Ollie too, didn't you? How did... It's been so long, but you two still think the same. You may not remember it, but you've done so much for Ollie. He would have been stuck upstairs playing video games all day if you didn't come here. Stop! A chompy voice comes to Ollie's rescue from the kitchen. Hey, Diego! Nasanong ang loto mo? I should get back there. I'll make you lunch. Diego quickly walks back into the kitchen. Ollie peeks at his hands to make sure the coast is clear. I can already hear Uncle hard at work cooking our meal. He lets his hands down and gives a deep sigh of relief as he sits across from me. Across from me. And that's why I moved out. But you still work here? Well, sort of. My main job is fishing at the catch for the day. Sometimes I cook. It's family business after all. He tried to help out in the cantina too, you know. He tried to take orders, but he didn't get the language, so he ended up taking a lot of wrong orders. I cringe at the thought. I still don't know how to speak it. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in the language. I wish the background was slightly darker, because it's a little hard to read sometimes with the complex backgrounds. But you know, we mix. I'll help you out. I'm taking today and tomorrow off so I can get you settled in. Thanks, Ollie. Seriously. Anything for my cousin. I stretch my back onto the chair while we wait for the food. My stomach growls. Oh, right. I texted Andrew first before my parents. I should get to that. There. Sent a text to Mom and Dad that made it to the island safety. That reminds me. Hey, Ollie. You have Wi-Fi? Oh, it's a separate password for the cantina, though. Where do you live again? Not too far away. It's not as fast as the mainland, but it works. Ollie mumbles the password to me so the customers don't hear us. 03 Rivera. That's his birth month, isn't it? Connecting. I'm in. Is Rivera a month in this universe? I don't get the chance to browse anything when Uncle Diego shows up with food. Time to eat. He sets down plates of rice for each of us. And in the center, a pair of fried fish. Not really sure what kind of fish, but it has green onions and stuff. And stuffed with onion. Bleh. Lemon. That's not. Did not say onion. Said onion the first time. I'm falling apart a little bit. It means it smells like. I mean, it smells like food, but. Kinda. I just stare at it while Ollie forks one of the fish and plops onto his plate. I mean, I like fish and green onions and lemon. I haven't tried these together, but. Yum, yum, yum. Just makes the Minecraft eating noise at you. Ollie is certainly enjoying himself. To be honest, I don't know what I expected for lunch. Something wrong, Kuya? You didn't stop eating rice in Lakeland, did you? No, I still eat it. It's just... the tilapia? The fish. An otter that can't swim and doesn't eat fish. A freak of nature, I know. I'm sorry. It's just been a while. You'll have to get used to it at some point while you live here. I know. I'm sorry for wasting food. Ewan Kong Magala. Ollie can eat this all by himself. Uncle turns to the kitchen and yells. Ignore that. Zach? Kuni Nong Mud Kang Pata? I fell apart. Angwenok? Fries? Angwenok lang. Ugh. Uncle leaves again. I hope I didn't bother him with all this. Ollie rolls his eyes, one hand on his ear, eating with the other. I can see why he moved out. Uncle leaves for the kitchen again. Ollie lets his guard down and continues eating. You weren't always like this about fish. I don't know, I just stuff happens. Ollie cuts a scrap of fish and passes it to my plate. Here. Just one bite, alright? Load it up with rice if it's still too much. My eyes just glare at it. I can't keep refusing to eat, though. Ollie's trying his best to encourage me. Okay, I'll load it up with rice and hold my breath. I try to get the fish past my tongue, and I chew and swallow quickly. It's fishy, alright. God, it's weird right now. Good, huh? Don't know, but I'll try, Ollie. That's okay, Kuya. We have more food than you're used to. That you're used to. I'm glad you tried, though. He smiles. That cheers me up a bit. Ollie stops eating for a moment so he doesn't finish before me. Uncle soon arrives with another plate. It's an hour, special for you. Chicken strips. Well, that is something I'm more used to. This is the kids' meal. Oh no, this poor guy. Can you eat this, Owen? Yeah, I can do this. Sorry for the trouble. It's no trouble. Also, Owen, if Ollie doesn't cook breakfast for you, just come here and I'll make something. 99, no? I do. Tama. Uncle returns to the back to continue his work. I grab one of the strips for a bite. It's chicken, alright. I don't mind eating it with rice either. I grab the hot sauce and dab some of it on the meat. I just start digging in myself, cutting the chicken into smaller pieces, topping spoonfuls of rice with it. Ollie starts eating again, squeaking softly. I'm getting really distracted by the music. It's just very loud. All done. I was more hungry than I thought, but I think I'm satisfied now. Ah, how was it? It was good, Ollie. Good. You ready to go? Just a little bit more and you'll be home. I'm not staying here? Do you want to? That's what Papa thought when he got the phone call. I mean, you can stay here, but you'd have to deal with... Incoherent shouting comes from the kitchen. It doesn't sound aggressive, though. Yeah, I'll stay with you. It wouldn't be the first time I had to room with other guys. We mostly just left each other alone, though. Andrew asked if I wanted to room with him when we started going to college. I didn't give him an answer. Oh, he has issues with Andrew. They don't have this figured out. But Ollie's family, right? It should be fine, I think. Okay, Ollie, I'm fueled up and ready to go. He squeaks in excitement. Yeah, Kuya. That's probably just yay. Ollie jumps from his seat and grabs both of my suitcases. He's just about ready to run off without me. What about the plates? Don't mind it. Tyler will get them. The ferret server makes a duke as he walks past to grab the plates. I don't want to burden them any longer, so I pass a few dollars to him as we leave. Ollie's already outside, tapping on the window. I'm going. That's probably it for today on this one. But yeah, so this is Otter Tale. Interesting to unpack. I like playing games that have origins in other cultures because you get to see just completely different contexts and so on. But in this case, you have to unpack that from the specific universe lore that's going on here, which is that we have apparently an island known entirely for being populated by gay otters, which on some level was a little bit of a relief because there's the fact that everyone we met so far is family. And spent enough time with Ollie now that it's kind of hinting at the idea that he might be somebody the protagonist is crushing on, and you're like, hang on a minute. But at the same time, I'm actually not sure if anybody in this game is family, or if they're just like a strange gay colony that organizes into family-like units of people that are not related to each other or something for support. Ultimately, I'm not gonna unpack that. I'm not gonna interrogate that too hard. But I'm a little curious about what exactly is going on this island, because it's a very strange setting. But one of the fun things about when you have the artist working on this, when the visual novel is like led by the artist on some levels, that you just get so much art. So it's kind of been looking at that and having fun with that. But yeah, not sure where this one goes, but that's about the time we've got for today. See you next time.